book published.
I'm sorry?
Let us know when that book published.
Okay.
We're going to have a couple of people read that are really part of our organization here, and I'm so fortunate that so many people have come up and helped us make this happen. It's a joint effort by many people. Jen Newman is our fiction editor. She volunteered way back at the very beginning when we had a fiction editor that lasted about 2 weeks, and he just said, I don't think I can do this. So she picked it up and took it from there. I don't have any idea what she's going to read. She's going to read something.
I need someone to read something from the issue. It's a short story called Bats by Natalia Nebel. I hope I pronounced that correct. And it's a story that I think is easy to relate to if you've moved around very much. Esther stopped in front of her house, holding a bag of groceries against her chest. She looked at the house and thought, I've made a mistake. This was a terrible mistake. She had bought the house, she realized, only now, as she was standing in front of it, because it was turquoise blue. And that was a bad reason to buy a house. That was actually no reason to buy a house. Esther shifted the bag of food in her arms and felt a wave of panic come over her, and then another, and she couldn't think of anything to do. You must go in, she told herself, but she couldn't seem to move. And then it occurred to her that she could sell. She could call Sarah and tell her she'd changed her mind. That's what she would do, in fact, right after her sister's visit. Packing would be easy. She had brought next to nothing. She'd sell and get on a plane back to New York. Back. The house was a mistake. People made mistakes. Even at her age, they continued to. Maybe more than ever they continued to. Esther's panic subsided. She pushed open the low gate to her house. It was rusty, insecure on its hinges, and the latch looked like it might fall off any day. Why hadn't she noticed that when she inspected the house? Either I was blind, she said to herself as she went towards the kitchen door, or they half-fixed everything before I arrived. Thieves, all of them thieves, she thought, and sighed, thinking it, turning the key in the back door lock. And suddenly she saw herself as Sarah, the neighbors, the vendors at the market must have seen her. An old woman from the States, befuddled, a widow with money, to them at least, lots of money. So what was the harm in taking advantage? She pushed the kitchen door forward with one shoulder, entered and set her groceries down on the table. She knew every crack in the linoleum and the path the ants followed across the floor. Don't think about it, she told herself. She went to the kitchen window, looked out. The sea was still there at least, dark blue and rolling. The sky was there, blue and empty, calming. The beach, she could almost feel the warmth of the sand. And there were still the palm trees, oddly graceful, oddly appealing. Maybe she hadn't been so stupid after all. But wasn't she so too close to the shore? A second wave of panic came over her. I can sell, she reminded herself. I can sell tomorrow.